Hello, my name is Legia Putri Maharani. My student ID is 230204002 and I am here to submit my midterm assignment to make an analysis videos about Doomscrolling. And then let's get started. Okay, you can start telling me if this sounds familiar to you. For example, like you are lying in the bed thinking that you will sleep early tonight because you have a class tomorrow in the morning, maybe. But then you open your favorite apps, TikTok for example, talk for 5 minutes and suddenly it's 2 a.m. and you just watch a guy making a soup out of Oreos. Yeah, that's me, almost every night. And that's exactly what the speakers in your brain wasn't built for doom scrolling talks about. In this video, he's not just talking about the internet. He's also talking about us because it happens for almost every single person in Earth. About how our brains got tired, overstimulated, and stuck in the endless loop of scrolling. The way he talks feels so comforting. It's not like intimidating, like you're addicted, stop scrolling. He's not saying it in mean way or rude way, but he's saying it's more like, hey, you're not broken. The word just got too fast. And that's what makes the video hit so hard. So, we are all in the same boat, in the same position. The speakers also explains how our brains aren't built to handle so much memory or information at the same time. Every school gives us like a small memories, but like happy chemical that makes us feel rewarded. We get that hit too often now. Every video, every post, every new thing, it's like a junk food. We used to remembering for one videos and then we starting to discard it. It's like a junk food for our brain. We are full but not satisfied. In this video, I actually really agree with him because it is not the fact that people are lazy or addicted, but it's that our brains are doing the best in a world that's way faster than we were designed for. I also like the way he keeps saying we as if it makes the video feels like not a lecture but more like a friendly reminder saying I get it. The speakers also uses like a short stories to explain his points. He says something scientific like your brain releases dopamine when you scroll, and then tell a small funny example like checking your phone every single time. Yeah, I think it's also interesting part because it is really relatable to our story. Checking your phone even when you know there's no new message, and that makes the message hit harder. It's not just a facts, but it's feelings. I also remember one line when he said that you think you're learning something while scrolling, but really, you're just feeding your brain with little pieces of noises. That one really got me, because honestly, it also happens to me. I've watched a bunch of videos like psychology trick or hacks and thought like, whoa, I'm learning you something, but later I couldn't remember anything. As simple as that. I mean, new information really got into my mind and then it is really discarded after 2 or 3 seconds. It doesn't last really long. So yeah, I agree with that part completely. The video shows us how we are confused about stimulation with learning and so on. And one thing, side part of the speaker says that I really want to highlight is it's his tone, the calm voice. Do you really notice how calm the speaker's voice is? He talks really slowly, softly, like he's giving our brains like a small relax, a break while talking about chaos. That's really smart because if he talk really fast and really sounds like angry, we really tune out. Instead, he's making us slow down even if it's just for a few minutes, even if it's just 1 minute. And I really love that tune too because it's a gentle. He's not judging us. He's trying to fix us. He's just trying to help us understand ourselves. The speaker also mentioned about questions like, are we the problem or the product? It's giving me a confuse. But there's also one part that made me stop and think. He says something in line like, our brain weren't made to process this much and this fast. And it's giving me a thought like, is it, are we really hopeless? Helpless? Because, yeah, the word is really fast, but we can still choose how we're going to use it. For example, I try to setting a timer for social media, maybe around 20 minutes because I need to do my own things. Sometimes I fail, and a lot of times, yes, I do fail. But at least after I got the reminder, I'm fully aware about what I did. So, while I agree with his opinion that the internet really make us overwhelmed, I also think that we can train our brains to handle it better and better. So instead of saying our brains weren't built for this, we can just start saying that our brain are still learning how to deal with it. And that way it feels more hopeful and not hopeless. Well, if you listen to his voice closely, you will notice something that there's actually quite sadness behind his calm voice. Because he's not talking about the screens, he's also talking about what we lose because of this, because of the screen. He described about how everything feels but empty, how even our free time feels like a work, and it really hits me. Because sometimes I scroll not because I'm curious, because I'm lonely and I got no one to talk to. And I also felt that it's easier for me to see someone's living their own life than dealing with my own thoughts. That's what makes his stories very, very powerful. He's not judging anyone, he's showing his emotional side for our habits. It's not really about phones or apps, it's about our search for comfort, connection, and meaning. About how doomscrolling really giving a bad impact in our life. Imagining like you're able to see another person's life, but you can't even make your own life. Next is almost the end of the video. The speaker message changed a bit. Did you really notice it? He stopped describing the problem and start hinting of what we can do about it, how to fix it. He doesn't say like delete social media. Instead, he says like slow down, calm a bit, and learn to be bored again. Bored is a normal thing as a human. We are human. We can get bored easily, but doom scrolling is not, it's not the way to fix it. Maybe that's something I can actually try to making less about doom scrolling. Like when I go for a walk without my phone, I notice small things again, like the sounds of birds, the voice of people walking, It sounds cheesy, but it's really, really resets my brain. So I actually agree with his points. Like, our brain doesn't need more apps. We just need to get used to be bored, to be more quiet. Because sometimes loneliness, it is okay. Second is the reflection and what I took from his stories. Well, from my reflection is the fact that this video, it doesn't tell us about what to do, and it helps us to see what's going on inside our heads. Yeah, the speaker stories about checking notification, comparing lives online, they all point to one big truth in one statement. That the fact that doom scrolling isn't just a bad habit, it's how we deal with boredom, stress, and sometimes sadness. Well, I don't fully reject about doom scrolling. Sometimes because it helps me to escape from a stressful, from a tired of life. But I have to learn to ask myself that am I scrolling this because I'm bored or because I'm avoiding something? And that's when the video really becomes personal to me. It's not just about warning, it's about a mirror. What does this all mean? The speakers really reminds us that we can't fight our brains with power alone. We have to change the way we use technology, not by running away when things getting hard, when life really sucks, but by using it with awareness. He is not anti-internet, he's a pro-balance. He's saying you don't need to delete your phone, you don't need to deactivate from social media, you just need to reconnect with your mind, with silence, with loneliness. And I totally agree because maybe the real problem isn't about the technology, isn't about using technology too much, but it's about how to manage it. So, the next time you catch yourself doom scrolling at midnight, don't feel guilty. Just smile and say that, ah, yes, maybe my 200-year-old brain is doing its best. Then maybe, just maybe, you need to start putting your phone down because our brain are not broken. They just got tired of our stimulation and they are asking us politely to take a rest. Well, I think that's all from my explanation about doom scrolling because doom scrolling, yeah, it's making our memory last and it's giving us like bad thoughts that we need to gather information that is, you know, sometimes it's not useless. So yeah, doom scrolling really affects giving a bad impact in our memory sometimes because overstimulation it's making us less memories because it always creates a new contents and contents over and over again. So our brain one can't remember it or in one time. I think that's all for my short analysis for this video. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.